upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there existed a magical flower with extraordinary healing powers. This flower, known as the sundrop flower, was born from a single drop of sunlight that fell to earth. An old woman named Mother Gothel discovered the flower and used its magic to keep herself young and beautiful for centuries. She kept the flower hidden and used its magic whenever she needed to rejuvenate. One day, the beloved queen of the kingdom fell gravely ill while expecting a child. Desperate to save her, the kingdom's soldiers scoured the land and found the sundrop flower. They brought it back to the palace, and the queen was saved by drinking a potion made from the flower. Soon after, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Princess Rapunzel, who had golden hair that glowed with the flower's magic. Mother Gothel, enraged by the loss of her precious flower, discovered that Rapunzel's hair contained the same magical properties. To maintain her youth, she kidnapped the princess and hid her away in a tall, isolated tower deep within the forest, raising Rapunzel as her own daughter and never allowing her to leave. 18 years passed, and Rapunzel grew into a curious and adventurous young woman with 70 feet of magical golden hair. She spent her days painting, reading, and dreaming about the world outside her tower. Every year on her birthday, she witnessed a breathtaking display of floating lanterns released by the kingdom in memory of the lost princess. Rapunzel longed to see these lanterns up close, believing they were meant for her. Mother Gothel, who visited the tower regularly, always dismissed Rapunzel's desires to leave, filling her head with fears about the dangers of the outside world. She kept Rapunzel's hair long, as cutting it would make the magic disappear. Meanwhile, in the kingdom, a charming and roguish thief named Flynn Rider was on the run after stealing a valuable crown from the royal castle. With the kingdom's guards hot on his trail, Flynn stumbled upon the hidden tower. Seeking refuge, he climbed the tower and was promptly knocked out by Rapunzel, who used a frying pan as her weapon. When Flynn awoke, he found himself tied to a chair with Rapunzel holding the stolen crown. Rapunzel, realizing this was her chance to see the lanterns, struck a deal with Flynn. She would return the crown if he took her to see the floating lights. Reluctantly, Flynn agreed, and the two set off on an adventure that would change their lives forever. As Rapunzel and Flynn journeyed through the forest, they encountered various challenges and dangers. They faced ruffians and thugs at the Snuggly Duckling Tavern, who surprisingly turned out to be dreamers with soft hearts. Rapunzel's kindness and determination won them over, and they helped the pair escape from the palace guards. Throughout their journey, Flynn began to see Rapunzel as more than just a naive girl. He was captivated by her innocence, strength, and unwavering belief in her dreams. Slowly, his tough exterior softened, and he started to care deeply for her. As they neared the kingdom, Rapunzel's excitement grew. The day of the Lantern Festival arrived, and Flynn took her to a boat to give her the best view of the lights. As they sat on the water, surrounded by the glowing lanterns, Rapunzel realized that Flynn was the first person who had ever made her feel truly special and free. In a tender moment, they released their own lantern into the sky, and Flynn prepared to tell Rapunzel his real name, Eugene Fitzherbert. just as they were about to kiss, Flynn spotted his former partners in crime, the Stabbington brothers. Realizing they were being followed, Flynn tried to protect Rapunzel, but was captured and taken away. Mother Gothel, who had been tracking Rapunzel, seized the opportunity to manipulate her. She convinced Rapunzel that Flynn had betrayed her and only wanted the crown. Heartbroken, Rapunzel returned to the tower with Gothel. In the tower, Rapunzel began to piece together the truth about her past. She realized that she was the lost princess and that Mother Gothel had kidnapped her. Gothel, desperate to keep Rapunzel and her magical hair, tried to subdue her, but Rapunzel resisted. Flynn, imprisoned by the guards, managed to escape with the help of the snuggly duckling thugs. He raced to the tower to save Rapunzel. As he climbed the tower, Gothel stabbed him to prevent Rapunzel from leaving. Rapunzel, seeing Flynn gravely injured, offered to stay with Gothel forever if she allowed her to heal him. Flynn, however, had other plans. In a final act of love, he cut Rapunzel's hair, causing it to lose its magic and turn brown. Gothel rapidly aged and turned to dust, her long life finally catching up with her. Rapunzel, devastated by Flynn's sacrifice, held him as he took his last breath. But as her tears fell on him, a miracle occurred. The last remnants of the sundrop flower's magic within her healed Flynn, bringing him back to life. With Gothel gone, Rapunzel was finally free. She returned to the kingdom with Flynn, where she was joyously reunited with her parents. The entire kingdom celebrated the return of their lost princess, and Flynn, now known as Eugene, found a new purpose in life as Rapunzel's devoted partner. Rapunzel and Eugene's love grew stronger each day, and they embarked on many more adventures together. Rapunzel's dream of seeing the floating lanterns had led her to discover her true identity, find her family, and experience a love she had never imagined. And so, the kingdom flourished under the rule of the kind-hearted princess and her charming prince, living happily ever after.